What's up, everyone? How you guys and gals doing? Welcome to the Sunday show. We got Hollywood and Mike right now. Oh my goodness gracious, I've been missing in action like Chuck Norris in the early 80s this week. I will be coming back and doing the Madhouse in the morning. How's everybody doing in the chat room? Today we got Mikey Loco from the Dirtbags, California. He sounds just like one of us, man, a dirtbag, but we a bunch of hooligans over there. He's one of the premier custom chopper builders in California, man. Yes, communist California. I wonder how he likes it out that way. But yes, we got Mike Ball coming in on the show right now. We got China now. We got to give her a big hand for doing the Thursday and Friday morning Madhouse. Man, she did good, didn't she? I think she did, man. I think she did. But anyway, I'm going to bring Mikey Ballin, a.k.a. Pegleg, in, and short on the bottom, if you know what I mean. But what's up, Mikey? How you doing, buddy?
How come you got me hidden, bro? You see what you got me? You got me hidden behind you. Just, that's messed up. You just hide me behind you. That's cool.
Stand behind me, they say.
Okay. I'm right by. Okay.
There you go. No, I'm just kidding. See, you're always playing with the buttons and you're getting it screwed up there.
See, this is what happens when I know how to fix the problems. Good thing. You got someone by your side that actually knows how to operate such system.
Well, good for you. Anyway, you got Mikey Loco on from Dirtbags. How did you get a hold of him? And I guess you guys share a close friendship. And hey, be it to me, man, to each his own. But what you got going on, man?
No, man, he's been someone that I've actually always looked up to in the culture, especially in the bike building realm. In my opinion, to this very day, from the day I saw them to now, I truly believe they are the best bike builders in the world. I would say the United States, if not the world.
You don't have to grease them.
I'm not getting paid to do none of this. I'm telling you the truth. And his bikes and his work speak for itself, and he actually has his own YouTube channel that highlights all of the actual building of the motorcycles.
Well, I love motorcycles, man. I'll do nothing but talk bikes, man. That's why I'm kind of liking this interview here, because you know how much I love bikes and talking about them. But damn, dude, you got the Vaseline out today.
Yeah. You always got something to say. It's all right. I leave it up. I know it's Hollywood. I understand. I know what I'm dealing with, so I just
are you having premature ejaculations going on here?
A little bit, because I am excited. If you see these bikes, you would be excited too. So you wait.
I wait, huh?
You wait until you see his motorcycles. You'd be like, all right. Now I see why he's a little hard about this. I get it.
Well, at least you admit you're hard. I don't know if your wife is jealous, but hey, that's fine. That's cool. Hey, you're a freak. Hey, you're a freak. You have the right to ask them that very important question here on. You want to see my cracker? You go. Anyway,
that's right.
Bring in Mikey Loco, man. He's from the Dirtbags, California.
Man, how's it going, gentlemen? How's it going? Appreciate you guys having me.
We got you in a bad internet connection. I don't know what happened to you. You went from perfect internet to garbage.
Yeah, that's that communist, man. They're running freaking all kinds of jamming devices.
Refresh your browser at the top.
Refresh the browser.
Yeah, and then watch it.
Leave it to Mike to bring on a guest that don't have good internet connection. What the hell is wrong with you?
At least I know how to fix the issues. You know what I mean? So
you're killing me, man. You just see him sweating over there, and he's like, "Damn, man, I said this."
You could see sweat through the 8-bit. It looked like 8-bit to me. It looked like something from the 80s.
It does, man. Hey, what's wrong with the 80s, by the way? Now we got it. Hey, what's up, Mikey?
What up?
Win.
Now we're starting to get a little bit better.
Little
Little
bit
bit.
better.
We back in there?
Yeah, at least we got the audio, man. You look like a stalled scarecrow, but that's all right. So Dirtbags, California, man. We see, what do you got behind you right now?
That one right there is a bike that we call a king tail. It started off with a soft tail. We cut the neck off and we put a short neck Road King front end on it. So it's an M8 Road King front end on the bike. That's our fenders, our tank as a Road King dash, custom tank, custom neck, fully custom bike. And then we modify the rear end to hold a big wheel. So it's a 23 in the back, 26 in the front. Pretty extreme, but that's what we're known for.
Let me ask
Mikey,
you something.
you go.
How old are you?
I'm 35.
You're 35. What, you know what? What builder is your mentor, you think? What is the best builder out that way
Matt Hodge.
that you look up to?
Matt Hodge. That's you guys are the first person to ever ask me that. That's cool.
Matt Hodge is what about his work that really got you moving forward in the fabrication and working with motorcycles?
His attention to detail is next level. I think it's superior over mine. He hands built everything out of metal. He's next level with the whole builds, man. His flow from start to finish, it's on point every single time.
Now, what do you think about, you just brought up how he's a great fabricator and stuff. What do you think about Jesse James, West Coast Choppers and stuff? That man right there can throw down some fab work.
Yeah, he's number 2 on the list. I really love his work as well. Growing up in Long Beach, he was definitely someone that I looked up to still to this day. I just felt like Matt was more on my style of how I build bikes, and with the bigger wheels, the huge fenders, more radical on the radical side. And he was building touring bikes, Road Kings. He didn't just stop at choppers. He continued, so that's what put him number 1 in my spot. And then right after that would have been Jesse James, man, straight icon.
So the one thing I wanted to re-highlight, because you were kind of in a buffering zone and now you're really clear and now we can actually hear you really well. I want you to retell us a little bit about your kingtail, because your kingtail is something that you made. If am I wrong on that? I think that is something special that Dirtbags does. And kingtail is a very, very smart thing. And I want you to break it down for us.
Yeah, so it started off with the bike behind us, where we cut the neck of a soft tail and then welded a Road King front end on it. But what makes it a king tail is when we get the rear end and we put the wide, big wheels in the back as well. Because we put some 26s on a soft tail and everybody was making fun of us. Like, look at that little back wheel, So I was like, we can't go out like that, So the next opportunity of building a motorcycle, I was like, I want to put a large wheel in the back so it looks proportional. It doesn't look like, doesn't look off from the small wheel in the back. Like we forgot something, so we did this one right here. It came out pretty good. It didn't come out like it looks now, but that was her first, trial on the kingtails. So,
now, did you weld and build your own frames?
Yeah. So this is fully welded in-house, built in-house, all the brackets in-house. We have a pretty insane shop over here.
Yeah. With him, he is not a snap-on mechanic. You know what I mean? He's not someone that just bolts on, he's someone that if you really watch the show, man, and I really encourage all of you guys to go watch Dirtbags. It's absolutely amazing what they do. It's way out of my range, you know what I mean? But these guys are actually fabricating from start to finish, these bikes. It's amazing to watch.
When did you get into fabricating and when did you get into welding? Let's start there.
So about 19, I started fabricating stuff. I was always working on cars. I was a commercial and residential electrician. So I was already fabricating stuff. I started building bikes at a really, really young age, bicycles, not motorcycles. And I was building those things, just fabricating them. It wasn't nothing good, but it would put me in a head start, in the right direction. But by the time I was 19, I was already building motorcycles. and it was just the lack of me having money and wanting what I wanted, you know. So I built it myself.
Right. Now, what would your strength be? Would it be TIG, MIG, stick?
It all depends on the job. You know, I don't even feel like those are my strengths. I feel like the designing the bike in my head and following through the process without having any type of blueprint or even any idea what it's going to look like besides the imagination I have, and it come out like what I thought is, I feel like is my gift and my strong point.
Now, are you just using CAD or are you just throwing it old school on a piece of paper?
Old school, all on the noggin. I don't even know how to work a computer, as you can see. Because I didn't have Google Chrome.
Yeah. I was making fun of him because he didn't even have Google Chrome, y'all.
Yeah.
Where did the inspiration for the motorcycle behind you come from? What made you say, okay, this is my style, this is nothing anybody else has, I'm gonna throw this down?
It was just just making. We were already doing big wheels, and it's everybody in the industry, either they love them or they hate them, and I was getting a big like hate controversy over these, like what happened to the back end, what happened to the rear end. So I was gonna just shut it down with the Kingtail, put a big wheel in the back, and after this one right here, we started really getting into fine tuning them, and right now we have a great recipe where we're really putting them out like next level.
Nelson asks, what's the lightest frame you guys make?
We're not even after the lightness.
Yeah, you're not even weighing them or even thinking about that.
Yeah, we're not weighing them or it's whatever they come out to. Sometimes we build full frames with chin spoilers in them. We build with big pockets to hide everything. Like we're not really looking for lightness.
So it's more style and if I'm getting it right, competition type of motorcycles than an everyday rider.
Yeah, it's more of a show bike for sure.
Yeah, no, and as you were trying to say as well, is that bike behind you, is that was kind of like the first like idea of it, right? And then now I of course have been a big fan of the show and been watching for a long time, and as personal friends as well. I love watching all the different bikes that you've built all the way up to this point. And since that bike and the motorcycles that you're putting out are just extremely next level. I mean, I wish I had a picture right here, right now to show you, because for the audience, you guys are going to have to go look for yourselves. But man, those motorcycles are just next level.
Now, Steve has a great question for you, Mikey Loco. Do you ever get your bikes compared to what John is doing with the Dirty Tails?
Yeah, constantly. And I look up to John as well. I think some people look at it like I'm competing with them, but he's been in the industry for so long, and I'm just coming out with my style. I stay in my lane, and I support what he's doing as well. There's somewhat I feel like all I need to do is park mine next to his, and I'll be down to do that any day.
What style do you want to be remembered as?
Just something that's not. I want to have a show bike, but not something that's overboard. I just created my own lane and my own style, so I think I'm going down in history as the Kingtail legend.
Kingtail legend. Now, are you looking, and like you said earlier, looking more style than rideability, but where are you showing your bikes off now? And do you got independent type of bikers out there that just want your product, that are paying for your name?
Yeah, like they're coming to me from all over the world now. It's getting I'm getting bikes shipped all over the world. I have daily people that come into the shop and just they follow what we do, love what we do, and support what we do. And it's getting to the point where the dream is coming true finally. The work is out there.
Well, I was there when seeing you start. I guess it wouldn't be the start because it was way before that, but I saw your first shop, and I was there, and I got to see how that was, and it was a beautiful shop that you had. And then you moved from that shop to a mega shop. Something that you did, a mega project. You put a lot of money in. That's what you see behind them right now. and turned into this mega just showroom place, but also a mechanic spot. Like it's everything in one that you dreamt of. And you can even throw parties there. You do bike giveaways there. It's all streamed around internationally. So you do all sorts of things with your content and your motorcycles.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I try to give it back as much as I can, and stay humble as well. You know, so I don't want anyone saying I switched up, because I could have moved anywhere, and I stayed in my hometown. I'm in the hood right now. You know, I did it on purpose. You know, show everybody it's like it's not where you came from. It's always where your dreams are and how hard you work get you anywhere.
That's good stuff right there. Now, you say that you start from the ground up. What kind of steel do you source? Now, do you go to the very best source for your metals, or
So there's all-American steel around the block. It's called Till Steel. They specialize in just badass good stuff. You know, it's the most expensive place around here. I could easily source anything way cheaper, but we don't. If anyone's looking for a cheap motorcycle build or to save money, we're just not the place. We're going to go high end, all products, take our time. We have in-house paint. We have in-house fabrication. The only thing that we don't do in-house is chroming or powder coating. We could easily do powder coating in-house, but I've been working with the same people since I was a teen and grew around them. They really supported me. So now that we have this much work, I'm not going to cut them off now.
Well,
who's your in-house painter?
So we have the same people that we've been working with from the gate. It's we have two people that have been working here for a long time. We used to work with Seth from Aggressive Design, and I just felt like he couldn't keep up with the demand that we're bringing to the table. So still cool, still friends, but we just decided to bring it in house, and we're keeping up with the demand now. We're spitting out a paint job like almost pretty much like once every like week and a half to 2 weeks, a full paint job.
Wow.
No, that's
amazing,
that's
right?
hardcore, and just like you were saying, just like in any realm of anything, right? And in any niche, there's going to be the low end, the mid end, then the high end, and exclusive. You guys are definitely made yourselves that high end exclusive level.
Yeah.
And you, like you said, if you're looking for cheap, if you're looking to save money, this is not the place to go for you. If you want the highest end motorcycle in the world, you go to Dirtbags, California.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, right there. Mike's a great salesman for you.
I'm a big fan, and I've been watching the show, and I've known him personally, watched him build these motorcycles for years. So yeah, of course, I'm going to give him his accolades.
Now, you said you were into bicycles when you first started. Did you ever get into the lowrider scene?
Yeah, that's what I was in. I was a kid, building lowrider bicycles, white walls, spokes, 8 hangers. I would put sound systems on it. I did, but, I would go pretty extreme with these things at a really, really young age, and then started competing and realized that my work wasn't good enough at a young age, and I needed to step it up, But I was competing with grown ass men with 30 grand to their motorcycle, and I only had a few $100s at the time. So,
did you ever get into the Impalas or any of that?
Not on the lowrider side. We build cars once a year still. We'll put like one car in, and then we'll build it. We just finished off like a Malibu with a LS engine, tubular A-arms, coilovers, full resto mod, and we're doing a 68 Camaro right now, LS3 supercharged, fully done. We're even making that car match a bike that we just done.
Oh, hell yeah.
So sick. Yeah.
So it's like we're taking, like, our clientele is asking for this, and I'm no one to back down from something, so I'll take on something cool like that.
Are you taking your cars and your bikes over to the Las Vegas shows?
Yeah, so matter of fact, I know you said earlier, like, where people see me displaying at. Well, we have a full booth in SEMA that's coming up, so we'll have our work there. We'll have a full display, and I know Friday and Saturday is open to the public, but yeah, we're going, full SEMA setup.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Now, your style for somebody my age would be more of a new school. What do you think about the past of how choppers came up, say from Sugar Bear all the way through the 80s, 90s, the different styles that you would see, kind of like Indian Larry.
Yeah, like those guys paved the path of what I'm doing now, you know. So it's like they took custom to a next level. You know, these choppers, you know, growing up seeing these things, they were so motivating as a child to see this. And even, you know, OCC, Jesse James, Indian Larry, all these guys are coming out with straight heat. And they were so before their time of like people really looked at what they were doing, man. It was just so advanced. And yeah, man, I feel like they paved the way to this day for all of us to be where we're at and customizing bikes and getting respect because of what they done.
What's your favorite power plant on the bike? Engine.
Engine. I'm really into so everyone's probably gonna bash me for this one, but, I just picked up the new 23 CBO, the 121 M8, and I was never a fan, man, until I jumped on this bike and it felt like you can say like Harley and like Tron made a baby. And these things are like insane. They're so powerful. They're I rode the shit out of it trying to break it because we just grabbed it and I knew it was under warranty. And if I broke it, they're going to fix it, not me. And I tried to break it, man, over about 2 weeks, just driving it hard as I can, jumping it off curbs, just no brakes, all gas from
you do those things too. I watch you do those videos.
And I just like, we couldn't break it. And it was like next level from just what Harley came out with. And I'm respecting what they're coming out with. I'm not trying to knock them and this and that. That motor is insane. It's so powerful and it's stock. So I can imagine when I really get into it, I cam it, do different stages on it. It's going to be next level power.
China Doll wants to know, have you ever made a bike for someone everyone would know?
Yeah, so everyone obviously knows Sons of Anarchy, and then they ventured off into the Mayans TV show. I was building their show bikes for 4 seasons, their main bike. So, Clay Cardenas, Richard Cabral, their main. We built I believe 5 bikes for those guys. Wow! So that was like all on the TV shows. The one behind us right here was on season 3 or 4, first episode. So that's where that bike really got known. Everyone tries to buy it from me all the time.
Wow. What about what's your thoughts on the Evos, the old Evos from the 90s?
The Evos are badass. That's where one of the first bikes that we were messing with as kids. They're known just to leak oil all the damn time and bust gaskets, but hey, man, that's Harley for you.
Hey, they keep on going and going and going, man.
Yeah, they'll keep going though.
They'll blow gaskets before before anything else blows, and that's what it's. They're bulletproof. Yep. That's what they were made for. But they're maintenance for sure.
Right. Now you said you had that bike behind you up in the Mayans. How did they go? Did they send out agents or something like that to scope the builders, or is your name that well known in Cali where they came direct to you?
One of the guys on the show reached out to me before the show started, and I didn't know who he was. He was just like, "Hey, this the mines are coming out," and I was like, "Yeah, I heard the mines are coming out," and he was just like, "I'm gonna be on the show. We got to show them what a real they were outplaying a 1% outlaw biker." Gang, percent club, so I shouldn't say gang, but you guys know what I meant. And right. Then, so he's just like, I have these parts from, different, what do you think? I was like, dude, that's not what it is. That's not it. You want to be honest with you, or you want to, sugarcoat it? He was like, well, what is? I was like, drop your bike off, give me a budget, and I'll show you what is, and, and after, us going back and forth, and then we came out with the bike, and then we showed Kurt Sutter, he was the one running the whole thing, and he fell in love with the bike. And he was just like, first they didn't want to work with us because we were too expensive. And then after he's seen our work, they called me back and they were like, hey, we want to work together. Let's, they had me come in and we worked out getting the bikes in the show.
Rock on, man. Now, do you like the Chicano style, the West Coast?
I think it's a big part of the industry and tradition of the industry as well. So I'm going to support it. You know, I feel like my style is a little bit more like aggressive and sporty, but I still bring my style into that that Vikla look as well. So
Hmm.
that's this is what I presented behind me as like the Vikla. It's more my twist of it's a little bit more modern, you know, a little cleaner lines and stuff, a little less. Little less like little add-ons are like more of the clean look, you know.
Do you happen to have the orange one that's next to you over there?
Yeah, I got a few of them right here.
Just pan the camera just a second if they can see that. Like,
Yeah,
look, some of these bikes are some of the most insane motorcycles in the world.
Yeah, so this is the one that we gave away, and then
Here,
the guy
let me. I'm gonna give you full screen here.
yeah, so the guy ended up bringing it back to us so we could add some more stuff to it. It was a bike that we built before, that we build that's kind of like more on our day-to-day builds. We have another bike right there, as you can see, on the lift. That's a single
Yep.
sided swing arm, fat boy, raked out front end, short fenders, built engine.
Can you get closer to that one?
Yeah,
Well, that's what I'm talking about right there.
single sided swing arm.
Yeah, it's so insane.
Yeah, you can see the roll. Like we did like a rose gold paint on it, matched the engine, all blacked out, rose gold, raked out front end. Um,
How far is your rake on this one?
it's only 7 degrees. It's nothing too crazy.
Yeah, that's some serious motorcycles right there.
Well,
Yeah,
give us a tour. Put him back on big screen, man. Let him give
You're like, hey, I don't want to see your ugly mug.
Yeah,
There
so
we
this is
go.
the showroom right here. We have
Yeah.
hats that we do in house, shirts that we do in house. We have flannels and stuff like that. So you can come in and grab all this stuff. It's another bike that we build that's pretty known from everybody.
Yeah,
It's
one of
another
my
Kingtail
favorites.
turboed out. It's called a Cali Kingtail, and then we turboed it fully out. We got the big one in the back, big one in the front. Fully, all the fenders and everything's customized. A couple more bikes that we built. You can see more like this is our aggressive sporty, another aggressive sporty right there, like how we're building them. This is a rocker that we took because rockers were considered like one of the uglier bikes. So
Right.
we put our touch on it. It has nitrous on the other side, open belt primary,
Woo.
classic little 49 hammer, and then that's just our showroom. That's where the doors you would walk through when you come in here. This is our final assembly side right here. So these are the bikes that we're building, and then they're going to be coming in and out. A lot of people bring the other people's work here, and then we rip it apart and build it right. That's at CVO. We have in complete pieces right now, building the whole bike all over again.
Oh,
Oh,
shoot.
So that thing has no miles on it. Just the miles that we try to break it in a couple weeks, and didn't achieve that. People were complaining about this, that, this. None of that shit happened with us. That's our embroidery machines for our seats. This is our printout stuff right here, where we print out all of our T-shirts. You can see that's my buddy Necker right there. He's our right-hand man in the shop, pumping out stuff. You can see all the shirt orders going down right now. People support from all over the place and buy online. So that's just our orders from last night that are going to be going out Monday. On this side over here, this is where this is our paint room right here.
Yes, sir.
We do all of our layouts, our pinstriping, our graphics.
Now, are you doing hand pinstriping?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we have to. This right here is the original fender that we had, and we built it for a show. We built a bike in 30 days, and we had to finish it off. So instead of us building that fender again in a mold, we just painted it and shot it to the show and made the show. We're about 45 minutes late to the show, but we still made it.
Oh,
So we ended up taking the bike back apart. We're taking this to SEMA. That's in 30 days. And we molded everything and then redid the whole thing in carbon fiber. So
hell yeah.
you see how light that thing is. Talking about light, I know this is whoever asked that question earlier, you could see. We're building side covers right here. These are full carbon fiber, kind of got the FXR look right here. And then this will go over this will go over that your railing and eliminates your bags on a Road King. So that'll turn it into a kingtail. We have, you can see our tanks, the sides of the tanks right here, all carbon. So this will be a full carbon bike. We already had this bike finished and we took it apart to take it to the next level, just so to say that we've done it, you know, instead of just bringing out the same shit for SEMA. That's that single-sided swing arm fat boy tank that we built, one-off tank above right there. This is the one that we had already built this tank and we're ripping
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, so that's the carbon fiber that we're running. Right now I'm stepping into where we mix our paints. So this is where we mix it a little messier than the rest of the shop, but you know, we're mixing paint right here. I'm stepping into our paint booth right here. So this breakout, this was straight from Harley, straight to us. We ripped it into pieces. You see the one-off tank right here, pretty big boy tank, smooth dash right there. We have the wheels with that pattern inside of it, so it'll be matching. We have a wide tire rear kit right here as well. So instead of a 240, it'll be a 280, and then full paint, and then full steel wrap 23 fender. All
now,
painted.
what's your preferred paint? Is it House of Color or another brand?
Yeah, we use a lot of House of Color. That's like our first get to. We just got this shit constantly just sitting everywhere, House of Color. That's just, we typically just go towards that. There's if you're familiar with like airbrushing and stuff like that, then House of Color is going to be leading. It just comes out way cleaner. The variety of colors.
And while you're up, I want to see real quick, if you can, that kingtail up close, because no one's seen that.
Oh yeah,
what they look like, because the kingtails are very interesting. Like you guys are going to see in the comments right here what I mean by this. This is not your ordinary motorcycle.
Yeah, it's next level. I kind of go over it with you guys. So,
oh hell yeah,
that's her right there. You can see like the whole front end is cut. And it's a full Road King on the soft tail. The thing's massive compared to like any other bike. And then you can see the rear end.
What's the clearance on the front fender?
There's like a paper thin.
So yeah, paper thin.
You can see like you could slide a piece of paper in there, but that's about it. So the bike, once you jump on it, you press a button, it'll go to stock height automatically. That's that canister in the back right here. So that controls that. We are the ones that created this, where it would hold all your compressed air. We were the first ones to hang it on the rail for soft tails. You see the whole tank right there is one off. And what we did right there is we fabricated the whole frame so we could lift the tank so you could see through the engine.
Man, those lines are fucking beautiful.
Thank you. We fabricated the exhaust to sit low because typically with that big wheel, it would be jacked up in the air. The fenders are built in-house.
I was going to say, is the rear fender your design right there? Holy cow.
Yeah, the front and rear. So we're the only ones that's going to have that front fender to fit the OEM trims. So you can get our fender and pop the OEM trim. So if you want that detailed look, see that.
How many spokes is that right there?
These are 80 spoke wheels. 80 spoke wheels, chain drive, one-off rear wheel. So it holds you see it's a 23, but with the hub for a back wheel. So it's chain drive, and then we have open belt on the other side. We have all the controls, even the sound system that goes into these pods that we build right here.
Are you using Rockford Fosgates, or what are you using in that?
We're using Diamond Audio now. We signed with them, so we've been using all that stuff. They sponsor us. We can see inside here, inside of the frame, we have horns built in. I don't know if you can see that in there. Built inside of there. The Bluetooth is all connected right here. So you have a knob, forward the song, back up the song, hold it, it'll turn it up, turn it down.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty
What kind of motor? Do you got an S&S in that thing?
No, we just have the S&S teardrop just to keep it classy. And then we have a built 103. Smaller engine because, yeah, it's nothing too crazy, but giddy up and goes.
Is that a 6-speed?
Yeah, 6-speed. Everything's internal as well. You see the bars right there, completely clean.
Man, that chrome is freaking rocking.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't cleaned this bike in. I haven't cleaned this months.
And that's a custom seat that you did?
Yeah, custom seat. We laid the full pan so you can see there's no gaps inside of it. You can see how tight it fits.
So something like that. I was gonna ask that, China Doll.
Yeah,
You're
do it.
looking at about 100,000 there, aren't you?
Yeah, pretty much is where I would want. I wouldn't sell it for $1 less. I got offered 90. Said no, it's not worth it to me to
Yeah,
sell.
see, if
Yeah,
if
that's
if I were to
fine.
come in and say, "Hey, out the gate, I don't have the frame, I don't have nothing. I'm just coming to you, and I want a kingtail of that caliber." I'm looking at,
Yeah,
I'm going, money's not an object. How much money do you think it would cost to like freely build something like that? Boom.
it's easily gonna be six figures, to be honest
Yeah.
with you. I could build a cheaper version of it. It's not gonna be that detailed. I could just name shit all day long on that bike. You know what we
Right.
do differently and stuff that you could stare at that motorcycle and constantly see new stuff on it all day long. But there's other ones. I don't know if you've seen the blue and white Kingtail. We could build those for a lot
Yes.
cheaper. Still a really
Mhm.
nice motorcycle. Still has a detail. Still has a Kingtail look. But those are a lot cheaper than that one. That one just a lot of fabrication has to go into it. I continue with
Now,
the
are
shop.
you doing custom seats as well for just single items where you just make some seats up,
Yeah,
Mustaine or something?
yeah. We could we try to help out everybody. You know, we're not over here going, hey, you got six figures or nothing. We're not like that. We'll work with people's budgets. If they just want to come in here for an oil change, we'll knock it out.
Now,
So
what if somebody just came up and said, "Hey, Mikey Loco, man, can you? Here's a seat I want to go up on a street light or something. Can you make me a custom one?"
yeah, we can do that all day.
Rock
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
How many
Hell,
square feet do you got there as a
we
shop?
we have 8,000 square feet. So I'm in the back of the shop right now. This is where we do like all of our motor work.
Here,
These
let me
are
get big screen again.
So these are where we do all the motor work, all of the frame cutting, any body fitment stuff right here. And that very last container on right there, back there, is where we do all of our molds, where we do fiberglass, where we do any type of color sanding and buffing, just sanding in general. That's all filtered, so it'll stay back there. Right here on this side is where, in the back is where we do all of our fabrication, MIG, TIG, our mills, press, cutting, all that stuff happens over there. We have a full shop back there. These are the bikes that are getting dropped off. You see another CVO that's going to get torn down right here. Another chopper
Mhm.
build that we're building. CVOs that we're tearing apart. A couple other bikes listed right there. That's our 67 that we're building to match that carbon fiber bike. The upper containers
How
right here.
hard is it to work with carbon fiber over metal?
It's difficult. It's difficult and expensive. If you mess up and you got to start all over again, and then it's pretty much all that work is trash afterwards because you have to come out perfect that one time metal. If we mess it up or anything, we could mess with that. We could continue to work on it and fix it. Carbon fiber, once you do it and it's messed up, then it's done. It's game over. You got to paint over the whole thing if you want to use it.
Damn.
What do you
Yeah,
got sitting back there right now? What car is that back there?
that's a 67, no 68, a 68 Camaro. So this thing.
68 Camaro, man. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
so we already have it sitting on tubular A arms. We have coilover sitting on it. The next thing that we're going into, it's fully, we demoed the whole thing, took everything completely out, and then we tubbed the car already, and then did we did a new front frame, subframe, and then now we're going to be doing all the exterior metal work.
Wow.
So we're going to be widening out the rear end, double scoops on the hood that we're going to be building. We're going to carry those scoops on over to the hood and then into the back fin. So it's going to be a lot of work that we're going to be going into that.
What are you gonna put under the hood?
LS3 supercharged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you making Hollywood happy.
Yeah.
Hey, so am I right for being a little excited for this, Hollywood, or am I just a dumbass?
No, you know what? You're totally correct and stuff.
Okay.
He's got some skill right there,
Okay.
and it's a gearhead's dream. Do
Yeah.
you got any dynas for those dyna bros out there that you're working on?
Nothing to be proud of at the moment. We have.
I'm
built
a
lot
dyna
of
bro
bikes.
forever, man.
Yeah, we do them a lot. We do offer that. We do the performance side of things constantly. We're just not. We're not there. A lot of people don't come with the big bucks performance style. They're not coming
Yeah.
to us for that. They're coming more like that show style, that showstopper, that first place bike. But we do a lot of motor work. We do cams all day long, swap out engines all day long. We're still doing that.
What cams do you like using?
We stick to SNS. Me and SNS got a thing going on where we use them a lot. We constantly dropping 475s in everybody's bike. That's like the go-to. Everyone's into them. It's a cheaper route for everybody. More of the time, majority of the time, they're just after a little bit of boost in the bike, a little bit of love, and get that horsepower up and have that sound. They're not really like going after like that crazy like track feel.
Well, it looks like Hollywood's wife wants to go ahead and steal your car, just to let you know. So I don't know if that's going to happen, China Doll, but I think that's for a customer.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I like about it is he's so multi-talented, where you have your motorcycles, then you have your car. It's like I said, it's a gearhead's dream in there.
Yes.
Yeah, if you notice in the background, so we have upper container levels, right? Those are 40-foot containers that we built. We double stacked them, and then we built a roof over it. All of our buddies were in the construction industry, prior. So we all came together and built this whole shop. We did this in about 8 months. It was just night and day work. And so the upper container levels, they house all of our new parts and house all of our old parts. So takeoff parts, we have them for days. We have everything for touring models, dynos is sitting up there. And we get rid of that stuff as well.
I remember when you were going through that whole build and transformation, when you were building that place. I remember watching the videos of you actually, like the steps of like you coming along on this shop. And each episode I'd watch, I mean, you guys would conquer so much. I mean, there was a point that I literally thought that Mikey Loco is going to end up dead because he is out working. Like he's working like 27 hours in a 24-hour day. You know what I mean? Like, how does that happen? So I definitely thought, I was worried about you for a moment, because even in the videos, you're like, dude, I haven't slept in like 16 days, but I'm here,
It was a 67 work day straight at one point because we just couldn't stop, and we were pushing and pushing and pushing. It was that mortgage kicking my ass in 2 shops at one time, and we had to get out of one, so we had no choice besides, turn it up.
Well, what's your motivation? Is it the art or is it the money?
It's the lifestyle, definitely. The money is always great, but I feel like if the money, I can just go to I can get a job pretty much anywhere, and I feel like I can get paid a lot anywhere. It's just not the money. It's more of the lifestyle that I could work on what I love to do. It doesn't feel like work. We're here, we're here on a daily. Or it's Sunday. What is it? 6 o'clock. I don't feel like I'm at work right now.
Well, that's awesome right there, man.
He's at home.
Yeah, I'm at home. I have a whole upstairs where I take a nap.
Beautiful.
I could hang out if I need whatever I need to do. But we just stay pushing, man. I have a great team behind me. It's definitely not just me by myself. We have a squad, and we've been working together for a long time. First person that I built a Harley with, still working with me to this day, and we get along great. We do bump heads. It's not fairy tale over here, but it's an awesome crew that we have, and
it makes for good content too. When you guys bump heads on the show, oh my God, dude, it is hilarious. You guys are hysterical. You guys really are.
Yeah, like the show will really show you like who we are and how we get along, and it's not picture perfect. I'm constantly complaining and yelling and bitching at everybody.
So you're Paul Total Jr., or you're a junior.
Not to that extent or the extreme, I feel like
no, but no guys are allowed to have a break. Okay, you're not allowed to have a smoke break. You're not allowed. No, fuck all that. You need to be on your P's and Q's, man.
Yeah, who's some of your engine builders?
So we do so his name's Eddie, right? That's like the guy that me and him been building bikes since we were kids. Like he's got to the point where he's just a guru with the stuff. He went into building, and he was when we first met, he was into like cars, European cars, and we were kids. We couldn't afford a Harley, so I had a street bike at the time, and we were just hanging out, and I was like, I really want this motorcycle right here. I can't afford it, but I got a frame and an engine, let's build it. And he was up to it, and it just evolved over the years. And, pretty much like if I don't know how to do it, he can, And
Wow.
if he can't do it, then I can. So we just bounce back and forth with each other till the job gets done.
Have you ever built any European bikes up, like say a Triumph or BSA,
No,
or
we
even
stick.
ventured into Japanese?
No, once we went Harley, we just stuck to Harleys. I felt like that's what I know, that's what I love, and that's what I'm good at, and I support the American dream 24/7.
What do you think about the craftsmanship of an American engine compared to like a European or Japanese?
I feel like I think we're behind definitely. I feel like we're behind. We're 10 years behind all this other stuff, but who gives a
Yep.
fuck? Because Harley Davidson, American made, let that shit leak oil and let's rip a tire up the block.
Yep.
Mhm. How did you come about marrying the two, Harley Davidson and the sound systems? Because a lot of my age, it was bare bones. You didn't have nothing on there, but you kids have brought it up to an elite standard where now you're mixing engine with electronics.
Yeah, so not all of our bikes have sound systems. Mainly like the big touring bikes do. I just did it on that Kingtail just to add another feature so we could show what we're capable of doing. But a lot of the bikes, they typically, like all of our Kingtails, they never have sound systems.
Right.
They're like more turboed or big engine. Um, you
I'd
know,
rather have the turbo, by the way, than a freaking
Yeah.
sound system. I don't know about you guys in the chat. You guys can have a sound system all day. I'll have the turbo.
Yeah, and then as a kid too, even on my bicycle, I had a sound system on it. I think just living for where I'm living at, it's like it was influenced highly by just everyone around the neighborhood, loud music, cars and everything like that. So the heavy influence around me really probably pushed the sound system side.
What's the craziest sound system you ever put on one?
We probably a lot of people know us from this too. A guy named Charlie came in here and he said his neighbor picked up a Harley and he put like this crazy ass sound system inside of his bike and he wanted to bang on his neighbor. So we were
Beat him.
yeah, he wanted to beat his neighbor. So he was like it was like mission Charlie bang on his neighbor and we put crazy ass annoying sounds. So this shit was so ridiculous. Like it would blare. You had to ride a full face helmet to turn it up because it was so loud. It would like blast your eardrums. Like you get off the bike and it was like you get a headache from how loud the sound system was. It was about like 10 grand of equipment on his bike.
Oh hell yeah! China wants to know: have you ever customized any trikes?
Not really, not full like trikes. We haven't had the opportunity. We touched trikes before, but not fully customized trikes. The closest I've got to a trike and customizing it was a side cart. We had
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So a customer of ours unfortunately passed away from cancer, and his wife wanted to continue riding his motorcycle but couldn't hold it up. It was a street glider with a big wheel on it. So we matched the big wheel on the side of the side cart and built the car for she could ride it with her dog inside of it. So it came out pretty cool
That
custom.
is awesome. So you get a lot of referrals.
Yeah, definitely. We can't keep up with them. Not even a little bit. I know I tried my best, for keep up with everybody asking me questions and wanting numbers, but we probably are, to be honest with everybody, we're getting back to less than half of the people. It's hard.
Well, I'll tell you, it's hard enough. I'm friends with the dude, and it's near impossible to get in contact with him. So yeah, I know.
Yeah, we like.
Now
Yep.
we brought up trikes. What do you think of this one and what you could do? This is more of the trikes I remember, not these freaking let's just bolt on freaking wheels. But this is the kind that I remember. Let's see if you what you could do with something like this.
Oh, that's insane. That would be nuts.
That's 1970s right there with the Volkswagen.
Yeah, damn.
They used to throw 350s in that sucker.
That was the old school trike route before Harley made them,
Yeah. I definitely would work on a Harley one and make it. I haven't seen like an old school chopper like trike.
Yeah, no, those things are sick. Those things are sick for sure.
coming with
Oh, there you go.
popping through the air with a sissy bar, twisted front end raked out. I think it would be insane.
Right.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be cool as hell. Kickstart it, fuck it, you know.
Well, there you go, man.
Yeah, the kickstart.
You to make your own line of trikes right there, man.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm always trying to just go the opposite route than everybody. You know, if we're doing something, I have to do it a little bit different so it stands out. You know, I
Well,
tell
it
everybody.
definitely stands out.
Yeah, if you build-
Everybody says that, Steve. I'm going old school, but that's what I know as a freaking kid. So that's the trikes I remember.
that thing will pop a wheelie up the block. That's
Seriously.
yeah.
Yep.
So there you go, man. That can give you some insight
Inspiration.
to your inspiration for your next project, man. I bet you to get a couple $100,000 for that damn thing.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
Yeah.
By the time we're done building the motorcycles, they're sold. So
No, they're spoken for long before, you know.
What's your production wait time right now?
we could build a bike in 30 days if they have the right money, you know. So we can get it done. We built our
Money
last
talks.
show, yeah, in 30 days. Dude wanted it now and made it happen.
Well, I'm talking about your wait list.
Or a wait list. If you wanted a bike right now, we could probably start building it next year, beginning of next year.
Next year.
Yeah, we could
Rock
start it.
on.
And then it'll take us our typical builds wait time, like just on an average build time, is going to be 6 months to a year.
Yep.
And how involved is the client with the process?
A lot of the times they're not. They'll tell me, you know, roughly vague of, you know, the colors or the style, and they leave it up to me. It's really, really rare when they're like in depth of the build. Previous, I used to do that, but then the build wouldn't come out right, and I wouldn't be proud of the product. So after, talking to the customer, I kind of do an interview with them first and see if we're going to be on the same page and see what their mindset is at and how they're going to allow the bike build to go. So if they're really demanding on specifics and really want this and, stubborn about it, then I just tell them we're just not the shop for them.
Now, a lot of the people that are coming in nowadays, especially, they already know what time you're on. You know what I mean? They're not sitting there questioning you and your abilities, nor are they thinking, oh, well, you need to do it like this. And I'm pretty sure they trust you at this point with the motorcycles, the products that you have put out. I'm pretty sure, like, because if I were a customer, I'd just be like, here's the money. This is the color I want. Do you know what I mean? Because you know what looks good.
Yeah, like that single-sided swing arm Fat Boy, he just requested a single-sided swing arm. That was his get down. He was like, I want a single-sided swing arm on the build, and I went over some colors, and he picked one of the colors I suggested, and he hasn't seen it. He hasn't seen it. It'll probably be done in the next month. So,
rock on, man. Last couple questions. What is your clientele? Are they upper middle income? Do they have money to burn?
It's we have clientele from all over. So like I said, we could do oil changes to full builds. So we don't discriminate. Anybody even comes with a lower budget, we try to help them out. So I try not to, because it slows down the shop on our major builds, but I was going to turn my back on somebody that doesn't have, 6 figures to put into a motorcycle. I tell them, hey, well, what's your budget? And then I try to use their money wisely for them. It's like, oh, well, we're going to be working the front end. Let's do your forks. Let's do your wheel. Let's do your fender, since I'm there already. And then we'll knock out, you don't have to pay labor twice if we go backwards. But for our full builds, our typical customers are going to be, business owners. They're typically, they own their own business. They don't care about, spending that much money on a motorcycle. And I wouldn't say they have money to burn, but some of them do. So one of our customers, he built like about 5 bikes with us, and he grabbed that Camaro from us. So he has a good chunk of change.
Obviously.
Do you have any of your bikes in, riding around Europe right now, or the Middle East?
Right now we're working on Dubai to get some out there. We're working with some people out there. We just made some new contacts, and they want our work, so that's where it's going. I have a lot of bikes in Australia.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, man.
And
You're going
Dubai is the high end stuff too. So you definitely want it in Dubai because they're showing off in Dubai. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah. The next person just wants it better. So it's like once we get
Yep.
one over there, it's just game over.
Oh, if you get one bike over there, you're gonna have probably hundreds, if not thousands, bikes going over there.
Yeah, once
Yep.
we get one bike, we'll dominate. I already know.
Mhm.
Need to see our work, so I'm working with one guy, get him a deal on a bike. Once it's out there, it'll just start.
Smart.
That's what happened in Australia. We had one bike out there, and that one bike turned into 40 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, last question here. Are you ever planning on doing kind of like what Jesse James did with production of his parts?
Yeah, so that's what I've been working on for like the last year. All the CVO is taken apart because of that, so I know Harley's going to be, all the parts that CVO is going to be everything that's going to be leading the next 10 years. So they come out with it first, charge arm and a leg, everybody just spend all that top end money, and then slowly they start producing the same thing on the rest of the bikes, just at a milder pace and milder paint. So what we did is we grabbed this brand new bike, tore it apart, and we're building parts for it just left and right. So we have triple trees for it already. We have front air suspension for the inverted front end. We already have a new light because everyone's comparing it to the Indian. So not over here no more. We have taken care of that problem. And we are doing new bags, new exhaust, new rear fender, tank shrouds if needed. And then we have a full option of carbon as well.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah. Well,
Yes.
final question here. Where do you think your industry is going to be in, say, 10, 15 years?
Ooh, good question. I feel like if we don't get it together, we're gonna be in some trouble, man. I feel like everybody is just like really finds herself in their little niche, and they only support that when they should be supporting everything. You have your guys with big wheel baggers talking shit about people with performance baggers. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. We should all be supporting each other. We should be helping each other. The neighboring shop don't like you because of what? Because you're pumping out a little bit more bikes. We should all be a big family, support one another, and help us grow. 10 fucking years from now, we're gonna keep this same snotty ass attitude and acting like children. We're not gonna get very far. So I feel like if we get our head out of our ass and start, really like helping one another and not just, bashing each other, because a lot of people are just steadily just talking shit when it's not. It shouldn't be like that. It should be, a big family organization. And you have that in some areas, but it's not everywhere, and it's definitely not over here. I feel like the constant competition. For what reason? There's enough motorcycles, there's enough money to get made, and I see shops closing because they're stepping out of their lane and trying to compete with someone that they shouldn't, when they should just be helping out.
Well, that's the problem a lot of the times is whether it be personal or business, they're always comparing themselves to others, which is the wrong thing to do, right?
Yeah.
If you focus on yourself, then obviously you have nothing to worry about. But that's what happens is people are too focused on somebody else, or they're worried about you the whole time. The thing is you said it best, and I'm glad that you're leading the charge of that mentality, to be quite honest, because not only do I think that you are one of the top bike builders out there, but then to have that mentality on your head as well, that's amazing.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Yeah, as for motorcycles, shit, I don't know where California's really going with all this emission bullshit, but it's not never gonna die. I just feel like everyone's gonna be always on two wheels, and Harley fucking better stay alive, because I'll keep them alive as much as I can, But I think once we all come together and really start supporting and coming together as one, I feel like the next generation will be inspired to do it as well and feel more welcoming. Right now, it's a little bit like, you get into the industry and you just hear drama bullshit instead of supportive, positive. And nobody wants to be on that drama stuff. We would rather be all on the same page and pumping out cool shit, man, like how it used to be. It used to be friendly competitions back in the day. What happened to that? Like I was getting brought up on, bike build competitions, and that shit was all cool. Handshake at the end of the day, win or lose, draw. And I see that shit fading, man. Nobody wants a friendly competition no more. If they lose, it's fucking fixed or whatever the case is.
Yeah, it's no good sportsmanship.
Yeah, man. I go to the shows to show my work off, not to, to knock the next person, I don't care.
You're not doing a crab in a bucket theory, trying to bring someone else down to bring you up. You let your own work speak for itself. Good on you, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. But yeah, hell yeah, man. I'm always excited to see what the next thing comes. The performance bagger, when they brought that out, that was cool because it was getting the industry and giving them something else to look forward to. So it's got to continue with those good ideas and pursuing it, as right. One, is where we're having difficulties, I see.
Well, that was awesome, man. I really appreciate having you on, Mikey Loco. Dirtbags, California. We're going to be watching his progress a couple years from now and see where he gets. But you just have some beautiful machines behind you. You guys have some just beautiful artwork. That's what I consider it. But where can they see on social media your show and stuff?
We're on all channels. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We're Dirtbags_California. If you want like more of the giveaway style stuff where you're participating, you want to be on the YouTube. If you want to just daily pictures and cool shit and motivational stuff, it's Instagram. And then just showing off stuff would be TikTok. We're right here in Long Beach, California. Our doors are open Monday through Friday. Anyone's more than welcome to walk through those front doors. Walk in, say what's up. I'll show you the shop. I'm here 24/7, but I'll take the time, to show you what we're working on. And pretty much you guys can get a hold of me. You call the shop, I'm going to answer the phone.
And also, just for everyone's information, his information, Mikey Loco's information, is all in the description of my video here on Insane Wheels, and it's also on Hollywood's as well on Insane Throttle. So if you go into the description, you'll see that his YouTube is there, website, and also Instagram.
Yeah, we're super easy.
Get on over there and catch him out, man. A really good guy, man. But I appreciate it, Mikey, for coming on and sharing everything with us. A lot of good questions in the comment sections over on YouTube, but awesome stuff, man. We really appreciate it, buddy.
I appreciate you guys having me. Thanks again. And if you guys are ever in town, stop on by, man.
Oh, you know I will. I will. Anyway, guys and gals, man, tomorrow we're going to be having the Motorcycle Madhouse at 8:15 Central Standard Time right here on motorcyclemadhouse.com radio, 24/7 of rock and roll, baby. Or you can visit the Madhouse morning show over on YouTube, all that good stuff. We'll catch you later, rock on.
And that's it for a Motorcycle Madhouse Morning Mayhem. Don't forget to visit us on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, and all major podcast platforms for all